Of many things. Snakes, spiders.
You are afraid of spiders. Funny you should mention that. Do you know, according to USA Today, 9 out of 10 Americans are profoundly afraid of something. Everyone knows, we've talked about it on the air, I have a little fear of flying. But our next guest, or at least this lady over here, Sue, has a big fear of spiders. This gentleman, Dr. James Durlacher, says he can help cure you of your fears, no matter what they are. Good morning.
Good morning.
And it doesn't take you a long time.
Usually about 5 to 15 minutes, depending upon the situation. Sometimes longer, but that's the average, 5 to 15 minutes.
You're kidding me.
No, very serious.
Sue, how long have you been afraid of spiders?
All my life.
Do you think he can help get rid of that fear in 5 to 15 minutes?
I don't.
I don't know if I do either. So what do you do?
Well, actually what we do is we tap on some specific acupuncture points that brings the energies back into balance so she can handle the situation without being afraid.
So is it is acupuncture?
It's acupressure, you might say, with no needles, just tapping on some particular points like that, and it works very, very rapidly.
What is the toughest fear to help someone overcome it?
It depends upon the individual. I think
fear of flying, could you help me?
Fear of flying is not that hard. Generally things that I think creatures such as spiders or snakes or bugs or things like that are some of the toughest to overcome.
When did you realize that you had the ability to help people get rid of their fears?
Well, back about 15 years ago, there was a psychologist by the name of Roger Callahan who presented a paper called The 5-Minute Phobia Cure. And in my practice, I have a lot of people who have been in automobile accidents and things like that, and they're afraid to go through intersections, all kinds of post-traumatic stress like that. And I'm not a psychologist, so I'm a chiropractic physician. And so I wanted a way to take care of this, and this was a very, very simple way, and it worked.
Well, we have one of your assistants who is going to bring in a spider. We are putting this theory to the test. Sue, I know you're a little prepared for this. Come on up here, Dusty. Now, see, I'm even afraid of something this big.
Okay. Is that enough?
Are you uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Is it the spider or is it being on live television?
Take it away. Take it away.
Okay, in about an hour, we're going to actually give you more time than normal. In about an hour, we're going to come back, and we're going to see how close Sue will come to the spider and whether she'll even... I mean, are we hoping to put it on her hand? Or?
Well, we are... Maybe.
Okay.
But at least she's going to be able to look at it and say, isn't he cute?
No, you haven't worked together before. I mean, you haven't been coaching her before.
I met her this morning, and that was it. That's the first time I ever met her.
Well, I am very interested to see if this works. So, Sue, thanks for being a good sport. I know your eyes are getting watering now. We'll let you relax for just a little bit. And Dr. Durlacher, thank you for being with us this morning.
Well, thank you, Tara.
So tune in at about 8:45-ish. We're going to see if Sue can deal with the spider. An hour ago, we had Dr. James Durlacher join us, and also Sue, who is extremely afraid of spiders. This doctor cures people of their fears, and you worked with Sue for, we gave you an hour, but it took you how long?
About 14 minutes.
14 minutes. Sue, are you ready to touch the spider? Can you really do it? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I got to see this to believe it. She wouldn't even get... Wow. Way to go. Do you feel less afraid of it? Are you still a little leery, or... Okay.
I wouldn't want it out of the jar.
You wouldn't want it out of the jar, but you said that's not what you cheered her for.
I just treated her for looking at it and for touching. Out of the jar, that would be something else.
What did you do? Can you show us kind of what you did?
What we did is have her tap underneath her eyes, just take your glasses off a minute there. And tap underneath her eyes. Just tapped underneath her eyes there. And then to balance her left and right brain so that her imagination and logic would all get together, we had her tap on the back of her hand here, just like that. You tap there. And had her eyes open and closed, look down to the left, look down to the right, circle around this way, circle around that way, hum, count, and hum, which uses the left and right brain. And so her logic and her imagination can get together and say, okay, this isn't so bad. And that's how it works.
Now, when did you find out that tapping and humming and all this stuff put together works like that?
Well, Dr. Roger Callahan, a clinical psychologist, took some work with us and found that energy meridians, or acupuncture meridians, in regard to physical things, also have emotional things. And if you can cure the physical things, well, he surmised you could cure the emotional things. So he worked with a lady he'd been working on for 2 years on a fear of water. She had such a fear of water, she couldn't even take a bath or a shower. Had to work with a washcloth. In 2 minutes, it was gone.
You're kidding.
And that's it's in the book that we wrote there, the story about that.
So you're saying also that this can work on things like curing an addiction to alcohol and addiction to drugs?
And drugs, cigarettes. I used to weigh 193 pounds, and I'm too short for that. And also post-traumatic stress. I think people who have been through accidents, people who have been through grief, and all those kind of things like that. We can wipe that out. Loss of pets, loss of loved ones, and of course with you, the fear of flying.
I know, I've got to work on that. I will be getting with you after this. In fact, that's probably another story we'll do, see if it can cure me of my fear of flying. But I do fly, so I'm working on it. I want to thank you. First of all, Sue, congratulations on touching the spider. I never thought she'd do it. And mention the book out